Hello everybody and welcome to our webinar Breaking the Counter Barrier, in-store mobile solutions for customers and employees. My name is Keren Halpern. I'm heading the product marketing for Priority Retail, and with me is Yariv. Yariv is our VP for business development for Priority Retail. Yariv, hi.
Hi Keren, great being here today.
It's great having you here. Today we'll explore together how retailers are transforming the shopping experience by moving away from traditional static solutions into mobile services.
So before we start, can you tell me, Keren, when was the last time you visited the mall?
You'd probably expect me to say that it was quite a while ago. You know me, I'm an online shopper. However, it was actually last week.
Well, this is actually not surprising. You're not alone. A lot of people are still shopping at the mall, but they're expecting this shopping experience to be different. They're expecting an omni-channel experience.
You know, also statistics that we gather in Priority Retail from all of our customers, we see that more than 80% of the revenue still comes from the brick and mortar. However, the shopping experience is changing.
This is true. We can see that most of the revenue is coming to the retailer from the brick and mortar, but still the experience at the mall is changing, and the customer expecting, after buying at the e-commerce, for example, to be able to come to the store, replace or collect. So the experience is still changing, evolving, and becoming more omni-channel.
So how can retailers change or answer this customer expectation?
So first of all, let's start with breaking the rigid experience that exists today at the store, when they meet the customer only at the end of the sales process at the desktop point of sale. So now we can take the sales experience into the store floor, meet the customer at the shelf using mobile devices.
Yariv, does this expectation only apply for customers?
Well, the mobile and digital revolution also changed the entire store ecosystem. So it's not only the customers, also the employees are using today mobile devices in order to handle inventory and to keep the engagement with the retailer.
I see. Yariv, let's talk first about the in-store customer interaction. Can you elaborate?
Sure. So the customer experience in the store changed in two dimensions. First of all is the sales process. The sales process, instead of being at the end of the sale, meeting the customer at the desktop point of sale, we meet the customer in the store floor. We can get involved in the sales process. We can make upsell. We can be more personalized with the customer by seeing all this information. And we can also check out in the store instead of sending him to the queue at the entrance of the store. The second issue is the service. In case, for example, we're missing inventory and we want to search for inventory in another store, order the inventory for the customer and ask him to come next day to take it.
Yariv, so you talked about the customer experience that is changing. What about the operational side? Can you elaborate?
Sure. So from the operation side, we have two dimensions. First of all, from the inventory side. The inventory now is being handled by mobile devices instead of taking the inventory into the store, bringing it next to the point of sale, scanning it with a cable scanner. Now we can use mobile devices. We can scan inventory all over the store. We can do inventory take or inventory counting using mobile devices. We also have the engagement between the employee and the retailer, where the retailer can share his sales targets with the employees, can send tasks to the staff in the store. He can, after that, control the task and see what's the status of the task, and also handling the scheduling of the employees in the store.
You know, it sounds like it's quite a transformation. It probably requires some change in the retail management solution to support it.
Well, you surely need a centralized retail management system with a single source of truth where all the information is held in one database. And you need a headless commerce architecture which enables the connectivity between all the mobile channels with this center database.
Okay. You know, we talked in very high level. Let's get practical. What do you have for us today?
So today I brought 4 examples for these mobile devices. 2 examples are from the sales process. We have the tablet point of sale and we have the handheld mobile point of sale. From the inventory or operation side, we have the mobile back office, which is the application for handling the inventory. And for the employee engagement, we have the My Branch application where we can interact with the employees in the store.
Let's start with the latest addition to our toolset, the tablet point of sale.
Sure. So here we have the tablet POS. As you can see, it has a 10-inch screen, integrated payment, integrated printer, and integrated barcode scanner. The functionality is the same as a point of sale, as a desktop point of sale, only that this one is detachable. I can take it out from its bracket and it can work as a desktop and mobile. It has Wi-Fi and cellular communication, so it's network redundant. And of course, it has a battery, so it's also power redundant.
It has great visibility.
Yeah, it looks sleek.
Cool, so let's start shopping.
Great, so let's start the demo. So from the main menu of the application, we enter the point of sale. We can start by scanning the code. We can add also a shirt from the screen itself. By sliding to the left, we can remove the shirt. And we can also slide to the right and change the quantity of the code to 3. We can see that the system split the 3 codes to 3 lines because each of them has its own promotion. Next, we can search an item from the top search field.
I'd like an additional t-shirt.
We're searching for the jeans, for example. We can change the color of the jeans. We can also see the inventory of the jeans in all the stores. And we add the jeans to the transaction. Then we can also change the customer to a loyalty customer. We search the customer, we see all the customer information. At the top part, we see how many points he has, if he has coupons. And we can ring this customer and add it to the transaction. We can also see the history of transactions that he has. And again, we can see that he has a birthday coupon and he's now the customer of our transaction. Next. We close the transaction by taking cash and we send the receipt to the customer by text message as a link, as a green invoice. And we concluded the transaction.
Simple and intuitive.
Exactly.
Our next device is the sweet QPOS.
Right? So this is the QPOS device. It's also a mobile device. It has integrated payment, barcode scanner, and of course, it's very easy to carry. It's very small. It's a handle device. I can put it in my pocket or connect it to my belt. And we can see that we can take payment or by swipe or by dip or by NFC. We can send the invoice to the customer by text message as a link. And of course, it has a battery, so it's power redundant. It can work anywhere in the store, outside the store as a pop-up store, or use it to as a queue buster to shorten the queues in the store.
So you're saying that we can use this application anywhere?
Sure, it's a very small device. You can use it in the store, outside the store, as a pop-up store or as a queue buster. Anywhere you want to use the device, just take it out of the pocket and do your sales.
So Yariv, it seems like we're completely changing the way we're serving our customers.
Definitely. As we said before, instead of meeting the customer at the end of the sales process just for the checkout, we can meet the customer in the store floor. We can get involved in the sales process. We can make an upsell, increase the basket. We can do inventory check, and if we don't have the inventory, we can order it from another place. We can completely change the operation of the sales attendant and be more personalized with the customer.
Sounds great. How updated is the information on the application?
All the information is updated online. As we said before, we have a single source of truth at the retail management system, and all the channels are connected through a headless commerce architecture, getting all the data online from the main server.
So now that we saw the hardware, let's see how the application and the process actually looks like.
Sure. So this is the QPOS point of sale screen. We can see that we can go to the top part and see all the options of the top part menu. We see the items, we see the inventory, we see the redeeming of points and customer coupons. We can start by adding the code. and adding the jeans. We can slide and see that we can remove the coat, or slide to the right and change the quantity of the coat to 2. And when we confirm, we see that the transaction has been splitted because the coat has 2 separate promotions. We can search for another item, for example, the shirt. We can see the inventory of the shirt in all the stores of the chain. Go back to the point of sale screen and change the customer to a loyalty customer by typing the customer number or customer name, searching the customer. We can see all the information and his benefits, and change the customer of the transaction. We can see now that from the top menu we can press on the coupon and see that we can redeem the customer coupon, or go to the points and see how many points he has and redeem the points. And from here we proceed to the checkout. We choose to send the invoice as a green invoice by a text message, as a link. And we choose to pay by cash, typing how much cash we got from the customer, confirm, and complete the transaction.
Again, very intuitive. On the go.
Right.
Great. Yariv, can this device be used also for additional applications?
Sure. So this device is the same hardware we're using for the mobile back office. So in the mobile back office, we use the same scanner, the same device, in order to manage the inventory of the store, take in inventory, do inventory count, everything under the same device.
Now that we covered the sales process and serving our customers, let's talk about how this application actually supports also operations.
Okay, so we talked about the device. We said it's the same device for the QPOS and the mobile back office. Here we can see the mobile back office main menu. We can see all types of documents, inventory documents that you can manage by the mobile back office. First, we go into inventory count. Let's start with the inventory counting. So we can take an item, scan an item, or add an item by typing just the item code. We can see the result of our counting. We can see it in aggregated mode or detailed mode. Go back to the inventory count and just close the document, and we're done with the inventory count. Another example is inventory intake, how we receive inventory into the store. So we go into inventory take, we see we have a task waiting for us to be dealt. So we go into the task, we scan the items, and then we can go to the summary of the document. We can see how many items were actually received against how many items were shipped to the store, and conclude the document and close the document, and it's already updated in the ERP system.
I can hear it updating.
Yeah.
I understand that this is mobile, and it also changed the operation. I don't need anymore to use the point of sale.
No, you don't need to use the point of sale as an inventory management system. And you can keep the point of sale for sales and do your inventory operations in the mobile device.
Advanced flexibility.
Exactly.
Cool. We covered the sales process and we covered logistics. What about staff management? What do you have for us for that?
So for the staff management, we have the My Branch application. It's a mobile application installed on the employees' own devices. The application handles the sales targets from one side, and from the other side, the operation side of the store. And it can also communicate with the employees depending on their hierarchy.
I see. It sounds like this is more focused on B2E, which traditionally is not covered by retail management solutions. So this is new. What is the purpose?
So this is actually a new trend of applications, the B2E applications. The purpose of this application is to do two things. First of all, to keep the employees updated according to our sales targets in order to increase the chance for them to reach these targets and goals. And the other side is the operational side, where we can send tasks to the store, ask them to stock the shelves, change the planogram of the stores, and we can also see what actually they've done by receiving back photos of what they did in the store and confirming that this is exactly what we expected them to do.
So focused around communication.
Yeah.
What about announcements?
So in the announcement side, we can send new announcements or new rules or whatever information we want to push down to the stores. And from the other side, we can also get back surveys or data or feedback that we want to get from the employees. And that also includes even employees onboarding.
Oh, that's nice, especially since there is a large turnaround for employees in the retail.
Right.
Talking about staff in retail, what do we have for staff management?
So we can manage the shift of the employees at the store. We can create like a shift plan. We can send the shifts to the employees. We can get requests from the employees when and where they want to work. We can build our own shift plan and send it back to the employees so we know exactly where and when they're working.
I see. It sounds like there's a lot here to look at, so let's look at the demo.
Sure. So I have my mobile device. I have the My Branch application installed on the device. At the top part, we can see 4 menus. We see the notification, as we spoke, that we can see all the notifications that were sent to the employees. We can see the updates, any updates that I want to share with the employees. We see the tasks, where we can send instructions, what they want to do in the store, and get back the feedback, and the shifts that we spoke also before about managing the shift of the employees. After that, we have the dashboard. The dashboard is where we share the sales situation, where we want them to reach with their targets, and where they stand against the target. And we can also see the conversion between customers who went into the store, how many actually were converted to sales transactions. Other screen is the KPIs, where we can see the most important information, the aggregated data that we want to see at one glance. For example, we have the hourly average sales, we have the average transaction value, we have the where the first transaction was made in the store, and when was the last transaction that was done during that workday.
Okay.
Another screen that we can show is the promotions. The promotions is where we're sharing with the employees which promotions are currently running in the point of sale, so they can know exactly which promotions they can offer to the customers and also explain the promotions to the customers. And we also have the shift screen, where the employee, as we said before, can see exactly in which stores and in which time he's working this week.
Yariv, I have to say, I understand how this can change the interaction, the communication between the employees and the staff within the store and within the chain. And it also fits quite nicely into a complete digital transformation that we covered. Just before we finish our webinar, we have a few questions from the audience. And if anybody has additional questions, you can add them in the chat. The first question that we have, Yariv, is can multiple sales attendants use the same QPOS device?
Yes, sure. When you log into the QPOS device, you choose the sales attendants that currently is working on the device, and you can change also the sales attendants during the day.
Great. And another question that relates to that is how many devices can be used in a single location?
Actually, we can use unlimited amount of devices in the same location. It depends on the Wi-Fi and the power of the Wi-Fi you have in the store. And of course, the infrastructure that you're using for the priority. I mean, the more user you need in priority, you need more capacity in the cloud.
So scalable.
Of course.
And unlimited.
Sure.
Okay. Somebody's asking here, what's the licensing model for the TPOS and the QPOS?
So the TPOS and the QPOS are licensed by the device. No matter how many people are working on the device, each device has its own license.
Got it. There's a question here that relates to omni-channel. Mm-hmm. Is the in-store channel synchronized with e-commerce activity?
Well, we spoke before about the headless commerce architecture. So when you're using our headless commerce architecture and connecting your e-commerce website to the same architecture, we can share the data and the information, so you get a complete omni-channel data sync between the channels.
Got it. There's a question here related to the mobile back office application. The question is, what type of inventory transactions can be supported?
Actually, any inventory transaction you can do on your central system, you can do also on the mobile back office device. We just have to set up which of the inventory transaction we allow the employees to use on the device, and everything is applicable on the device.
I see. There is a general question here talking about what cloud does Priority use?
Priority actually use AWS. It depends where. So for North America, for example, we're using AWS in North America in order to provide less latency and to provide the best services we can to that specific area.
Okay. There's a question here about the My Branch application, the one for employees. Is it possible to add additional customized reports, or is it a preset of reports?
Sure. So the My Branch application can provide any reports that is required for the retailer. We can provide our own reports or customized reports according to the retailer request.
Another question here on My Branch. I'm just trying to cluster them. What type of mobile operation system does the My Branch application support?
Actually, we can say we support every mobile operating system. We support Android, iOS, as well as Windows. So we cover almost every device in the market.
And what about devices? Do I need dedicated devices for that?
No, you can use your own device.
Got it. We have time for one additional question. This is a more general question. What additional retail modules does Priority provide?
Well, we can say we provide quite a wide umbrella of applications and modules for the retailers. In addition to what we spoke, we can also provide the loyalty. We can provide the omni-channel order management, gift card systems, and much more modules that surrounds the retail activity.
And what's unique about that?
That you get one solution with all the modules you require. You don't need integration between different application or third-party suppliers. You get it under one roof without integration.
One word and also one single source of truth.
Exactly.
I see. We don't have time for additional questions. Any additional question, we'll answer them in mail to the relevant people. Yariv, it was great having you here.
Thank you. It was great being here.
Great. Thank you very much for the audience, and we'll see you in the next webinar.